Yo, what's up guys, I'm Yannick from the Produce School, and in this video I will show you how to legally sample old tracks and create a track with them. Big thanks to Tracklib for sponsoring this video, and I will give you more info about them in a minute. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get straight into this. Tracklib is an online record store for sampling, and they have over 100,000 tracks that are ready to be sampled and be used in your own tracks. This platform can be very helpful for a lot of producers who want to sample old songs and legally use them in your own tracks. For a lot of producers it's really hard and time consuming to clear a sample, but with Tracklib this is really easy to do. They have a great amount of genres of samples like blues, country, electronic, hip hop or rap, jazz and many more. If you want an R&B or soul style vocal, just click on the R&B section and then you can filter on song key, track types, BPM and more filters. I really like the vocals that Tracklib has, like this one, which is a kind of soul vocal. The BPM is right here, the key is here, and it's released in 1973 and it sounds like this.
Where you hurt me, but I ain't gonna wiggle pain I'll have to take, and I'll still bear it.
If we want a different key, we can go to the song key filter and just select a key like C major, and then we get a lot of songs that are in C major, and you can sample from this website. Another thing that's great to mention is that Tracklib is hosting a contest in collaboration with Spinnin' Records, where you can win a release on their label. It's a beat battle with fire beats, and you can choose one of their favorite samples to create a club track with. I will leave a link in the description which leads to the competition page. These are the 10 samples that Firebeat selected that they really like this one.
Naughty times tonight.
Or this one.
Can I get a little love?
I get restless. I get restless.
I think I'm going to use this first one for my entry, which we'll be making in this video as well.
No.
If you're one of the winners, you can win a release on the Spinnin' Talent Pool label, a link up with Firebeats, merchandise and much more cool stuff. Make sure to use the sign up link that's in the description so you can get 15 tracks for free, and you can also enter this competition for free. Now let's work with the vocal I just found, and let's head into FL Studio. I just downloaded the sample from Tracklib and put it in FL Studio, which sounds like this.
Naughty times alright tonight. Naughty times tonight.
That's the sample I'm going to be working with, and I already put it on the right BPM. I put it on 125 BPM. When I play the song with the metronome, you can hear that it's getting a little off beat, like here. Like here, it's not on the right beat, and there's a really easy fix for that, which I will show you now. This is the part of the sample that I will be using. And to make sure it's on the beat, open up a new time, which is a plugin that comes with FL Studio. You can also use Melodyne for instance, and drag the sample in new time like this. New time automatically finds out where the kick is, like this one. And to quantize it perfectly on a beat, select Ctrl A to select everything. Then go to the scissors or edit knob over here, and then select quantize time. Now it's on the beat, and let's put it in the playlist. As you can see over here, you can see that's already fitting better to the beat and on this beat as well. If you look at the previous one, you will get a little bit of quality loss, but I will make sure you can't hear that anymore when I'm working on the track. I cut out the vocal, which is at the beginning of the whole sample, and it's just a cappella, so you can work really easily with it. I also made sure that's on the beat by just slicing it with this little tool over here. And it sounds like this.
Naughty times alright tonight. Naughty times tonight.
To make the vocal sound fuller, I added this copy of the vocal and pitched it down an octave like this. And if we play them together,
Naughty times alright. Naughty
You can definitely hear that the vocal is sounding more full and bigger right now. I want to go for a tech house vibe, so I created this simple tech house beat, which is a kick, clap and hi-hat, and it sounds like this. The kick is from our hazard sample pack. Then there are 2 layers of claps like this one and this one. And between the kick and claps there's a hi-hat playing. Just a simple house beat. At the end of this bar I also made the kick play twice like this and created a rhythm with the clap for some variation. What is a tech house track without a bass? Indeed, nothing. So I made this bass line which plays a little bit of the same bass notes as in the original sample. It sounds like this. I made it with two layers. The first one is a top layer. It's a sample from our sample pack in collaboration with Sampacho. It sounds like this. And the second layer sounds like this, which is more of a main bass. There is some processing going on, but not that much. For this one I boosted a little bit of the low end because I thought it needed some more sub frequencies. And for the second one there is a EQ on there, which cuts out a lot of the low end because there was already low end for the other bass. This one is more like a mid bass, which also adds a little bit more harmonics. There's also a camo crusher on there, but it's not turned on, so it doesn't do anything. And then those 2 basses go into this bus. There's a kickstart on there for sidechain, and that's it. Together with the drums, it sounds like this. I added a drum loop underneath the drums to make it a little bit more interesting. It has some percussion playing a little bit off beat, which gives it a nice groove, which is nice. And I also added a few effects like this down filter. Some weird tick effects. A down filter like this one. In the second part of the drop there is a ride coming in. The build-up is fairly simple. It's just a sample that we made fit to the beat. And in the first part it's filtered with this automation over here. So that gives a little bit of an intro to the sound, and in the build-up it's opening up completely. The hi-hat and clap are playing in the build-up as well. Some effects like up filters, down filters, a snare roll as well, which sounds like this. I also started looping the sample so it gives more of a build-up effect like this. This makes sure people know that there's something big coming. There's a filter on the sample which cuts out the bass during the build-up like this. And a endless smile which also helps with that build-up effect. And just before the drop hits, I added this vocal shout, which is also a sample that I found on Tracklib and is in the Firebeat selection as well. I pitch it down a few semitones, so normally it would sound like this. And I pitch it down a few semitones like so. I added a tape stop effect on top of it, so it stops just before the drop hit. And that's how you create a track around a sample, and this is the final result. hope you guys like this idea. I think I'm going to finish it and use it as my entry for the competition. But you can also enter the competition by using the link in the description. And I'm really curious to see what you guys can make with all those samples. Again, big thanks to TrackClip for sponsoring this video, so make sure to check them out. For now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.